no.
You know, I always love that intro music. It's so fun. It's such a great time. Welcome, everybody, to our Friday Field Report. We're here again. We're in the fields. I'm under a tree. Vicky's under an umbrella because it's Florida and it's hot. How are you today, Vicky?
I'm doing well. You know, I was just thinking about this earlier, Will, where it is summertime now, almost, and it's so hot outside. We probably need to rethink our Friday Field Report, methods for the summertime in Florida. So if anybody
I've
has
got a lake over there. I'm just going to go lay in the lake during it.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that. But maybe at the beach, or maybe at a pool somewhere. Like,
there we go.
A pina colada. I think that would be
I love
nice
it.
to kick off a Friday Field Report in the future.
Hey,
yeah,
that's a great idea. Pina coladas and Friday Field Report. What more can you ask for, right?
You really can't ask for much else. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, Will. What's going on? What's been going on in your world this week?
Oh, my world this week. Well, I will say we had an awesome Demystifying AI live stream yesterday with some really cool people. So Kyle Jackson, Keith Sartain, Jay Ryerson, and I, we pulled a bit of a Friday Field Report in that we made a run of show, and then we completely threw it out the window and just had a ton of fun. And it turned into an awesome stream. So yeah, if you missed that, definitely go watch it because it was awesome. How about you, Vicky? You're in a different place.
I am. I'm in my garden right now with my laptop.
Look at you.
We got some short circuit. Yeah. But I figured, we're talking about today. We've got the theme of IT Nation events and how there's a lot of growth and organic growth that happens at those events. So I thought, what better place? And I'm a little bit of a cheese ball too. So I do enjoy those analogies and being in.
I love it.
Where you can bring it together. So that's where I'm hanging out. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
so,
things are. By the way, I wanted to say I'm a brand new gardener. Are you a good gardener?
I love gardening. It is in fact one of my favorite hobbies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually have my own garden. So maybe one day I'll do a field report from my garden. We'll see.
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be cool. Well, yeah, any other gardeners out there, if you have any good tips, please throw them my way because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm very surprised that things are growing as well as they are, but it's probably because we also have horse manure nearby. So that always helps, right?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Look, sun, water, fertilizer, you have plants. Just don't put too much water or too much sun.
Got it.
And then you're golden. Yeah. Super easy. So,
go ahead.
I think we have someone else who's going to be joining us here, don't we? We have my friend and yesterday's co-host of the Demystifying AI Report, Mr. Jay Ryerson, in the green room, don't we?
Woohoo! Yes.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
How's it going?
Oh, it's great, and you're right. I was laughing about yesterday's session because we had that plan, and I'm pretty sure I threw a wrench in the middle of that plan, and we went we zigged left as opposed to keeping right. And it was fun.
Yeah, it was great though. It was fun. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you just got to go off the rails to make sure you're having fun. It was very authentic.
I heard that you also brought our producer, who's actually on PTO today. She came on screen at the last minute, and she was telling me the story through message when it was happening. And for anybody out there that's a little nervous about public speaking, make sure that you have a conversation with Jay Ryerson, okay? Because he will pull you out of your shell, and he will make you more confident in your approach and your ability to be able to get out there and strut your stuff.
Yeah, Vicky, not everybody has your skills that can just jump on a camera and say, let's go, let's have a conversation. And by the way, I'm really looking forward to see the animals. Are they nearby? Are they going to join this session?
Oh no, they're not. They're not joining the session today. It's too hot out there.
Okay.
Also, we have some crows that have been crowing a lot in that pasture, so you don't want to hear them. But, next time.
I can bring my dog in if I need to. If we need to have that
There we
field
go.
day, just let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll get him in here.
It wouldn't be a Friday Field Report without an animal in it. So if you do have an
Okay,
animal,
so hold on.
yes.
I love it. So while Jay's grabbing his dog, Vicky, you missed it earlier. I was sitting here pre-live, and a flock of peacocks walked across the field, and I was like, "Well, that's a new thing."
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are they still nearby? Or?
They have gone off to do peacock things, I think.
Okay, well that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay, so here we go. Everybody
And
meet
now
Finn.
we have. Oh.
You have to have animals, right? He
You
is
do
not
have
happy
absolutely.
now.
animals to be on the Friday Field Report. Wait, what's your dog's name?
Finn.
I also have a dog named Finn.
Finn. To
really?
be clear, I'm married to a librarian. My wife is a retired librarian, and Huckleberry Finn, kind of fits the
Love
story
it.
as well as the bookshelf. And I think you'll see Dr. Seuss somewhere in, like over here somewhere, on the background. So she's got a lot of her fun books in there. But he is not happy. I just woke him up, and he's like, "What are you doing to me?
What are you doing with me, Dad? Oh, he is so cute.
He's adorable.
Aw.
He is
He
cute.
really
So he's. I'm not sure he likes me. He loves my wife, so that's all that matters.
But that's what matters, right? That's what matters.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay, let's
wow.
let him go. Yeah,
There,
not happy. I'm
Andy's
sorry.
off.
So, there you go. See, Will, I did it again. I took over the session and went a different direction. And now all the rest of our friends that are hiding out in the background are like, "What did he just do?"
They're like, I gotta go find an animal now.
They better have some animals ready. Yeah, because we do
Right.
have some fun guests who are going to be joining us in a minute.
There we go.
So-
All right.
Right? It's good time. So Jay, I know we brought you on to talk about something cool that's coming up, right? Let's talk about Secure, man.
Yeah, we've got this big conference going on. It was the first event that we kicked off back in 2020, back in a virtual event. We've done, this will be our 5th year. We've done 4 of them
Has
live.
it really been 5 years?
It has.
Where did the 5 years go?
Yeah, they vanished on us. But I remember even our first one in person back in 21, we had the dots on the floors and people, spaced out. And even our keynote area was like extra room for everybody. And it was a good time, but we've come a long way. And look, our industry has changed quite a bit. What back then, I think everybody was still trying to figure out, what cyber is and what it means to us, what it means to their clients, where's the risk and how we're going to solve for it. And while we've moved the ball a long way, there's still a lot to be done there, right? I'm hearing is that an alligator in the background? I'm hearing something.
That is a helicopter flying over.
Oh, okay, there you go. I thought
Good
maybe
day
we
here
had
on the
an
field report.
alligator. There you go. So
Oh, and I'm
we've
going to
come a
share my
long way.
screen too, so you guys can see.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, can you see my screen okay?
Not yet. I'm sure Ray will pull it up in here,
Here it
though.
comes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So look, this year's session is going to be just that. It's where are we today? What are the new challenges we're facing? And I think the reality of it is that we're still talking about how do we grow, right? What does it mean? What are the new technologies and new ways to go to market? Obviously, AI is part of this conversation now. Where does intelligence and even RPA, right, robotic process automation, fit into all the things that we're doing, both automating security motions as well as using AI to combat the fact that our threat adversaries are also using AI, right? They're writing much cleaner, more precise, Prince of Nigeria emails, and we need to really understand what that means to protect us and our clients. Minimize that risk, and then how do we leverage AI going forward? And I think the theme, Vicky, you'll appreciate this, is really the intersection of AI and cyber. It's a lot of great conversations heading our way, and a lot of fantastic speakers, including the former CIO from the White House, Teresa Payton, is speaking on Tuesday. And then
Yeah.
That's awesome.
on day 3 on Wednesday, we've got Erwin from Microsoft coming to speak to us. I know that you're
Yep.
part of that conversation, and really looking forward to some of the things we have going on there.
Yeah. Erwin Vister, who is the head of the CSP programs for North America. It's going to be awesome. So we've got a QR code up here on the screen. If you are interested in attending, you can register through that code. And I don't know if the screen's flashing for you guys. I know it is on mine. So sorry about
you're
that
good.
if you're getting a strobe effect. All right.
No, it's good here.
Jay, I feel like this is the point where we use the old Billy Mays, but wait, there's more, right?
But wait, there's more. There you go.
There's more.
The question is, what are you thinking is more? Like, what are you thinking about? I got all kinds of ideas, but I don't want to hijack too much.
No, you're good. Let's talk. Looks like you got some session tracks up right now. Let's dig into those, and then we're going to get into the even more stuff.
Yeah. So look, we're going to start with growth opportunities. Like, where is the market? Yeah. I think it's going to be around cyber and AI. Right? Where are we going? What does it look like? Not only to protect our own house, but how we're going to take this out to our clients. I know that there's 4 or 5 sessions specifically to providing new campaigns, new marketing content, new things that partners can use to go to market, including some really good stuff from Microsoft that we're rolling out. There's several fireside chats that we're doing. I'm doing one with Arlen Sorensen and talking about the demystifying AI. We've got partners coming in to talk about what they've done already and where they see it going. So a lot of that type of content, but even the basics sometimes, what's new with packaging and pricing and what does that look like? Then you move down to the AI and cyber, and there's an awful lot of tracks allocated to how do you secure it? What's this going to look like? What is it? Like, what does it mean to us? And what are the AI tracks the things we should be talking about and learning about? And then on the backside, there's the best practices. We're bringing a lot of our partners and a lot of the community into these conversations to show, what they see as best practices. And there's some fantastic speakers on that agenda list. People that you've known in our industry talking about cyber for years, and some people you've not met yet. So a huge amount of content. I think there's like 57 or 58 tracks that are just content, not even product. Product is over and above that for people that want to go learn what's going on. Our expo hall, I think will be the biggest ever when it comes to cybersecurity for MSPs. Last year was huge, and we're bigger this year. Plus, we're doing a lot of neat stuff. We've got a recording booth set up, like a video booth. If you want to do a live stream and have a conversation with an audience, making that available to you, and all kinds of other really cool experiences along the way. So I'm very excited. I've been in this planning stage with our teams for many, many months. I think there's a lot of value for our partners to be engaged, and not just our partners, Vicki, but even those that are not ConnectWise partners, because IT Nation are community events. We're bringing voices in from all over the cybersecurity AI space to have conversations, and it's an opportunity for everybody to learn. It's not really a ConnectWise event as much as it is an IT Nation event, which is all of you that are listening in today.
Yeah, we're making it really intentional to grow the community and make sure that we're getting in the best thought leaders in the space to come and join us at these events. And I'll tell you what's near and dear to my heart. The Canines for Warriors group that came out to IT Nation Connect is rejoining us again. If you didn't get a chance to join us at Connect in 2023, this group of they're war veterans that are essentially being rehabilitated by working with service dogs, who are in turn, helping them as well. So it's really cool. There are going to be some of the dogs, and some of the stories that you hear from some of these veterans are just, they're really powerful. They're obviously emotional too, but it's really cool to see how these dogs and their humans have been able to really support each other. So also the dogs that they leverage for the Canines for Warriors program are also rescues. So it's really cool to see some of the impact that they've had on the community. And I believe we'll be doing some fun activities as well with the IT Nation guests who will be joining us. So I believe we made dog treats last year, which sounds kind of cheesy, but it was so fun. I came down because I wanted to make a dog treat, and within 20 minutes, all the dog treats had been made. Like the whole activity was done because everybody showed up and did it all at once. So anyways, more dog treats to be made, more fun to have on top of all the great cybersecurity content that's going to be presented. So, okay.
So,
let's talk about automation.
There we go.
There's
the
right
but
here.
wait, there's more. I love Automation Nation. I really do. So, yeah, Automation Nation's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, Jay, a pre-day to IT Nation Secure this year, right? So we're doing it again. It was awesome the first time. So guess what? We're going to do it even more. So do you want to talk a little bit about Automation Nation? I know I could talk about it all day, but, I want you to.
Yeah, the reality is that, and this goes back to when I was a partner. I was going to Automation Nation. It was a conference, in June, which is now our secure conference. But we've taken Automation Nation on the road to some extent, and it's an opportunity for your staff, your teams, to dive into some of the automation training and things that we're doing with ConnectWise products. It's truly technical aptitude. It's like, how do I use AI in my business? How do I use Sidekick? Right, it's a perfect example. ConnectWise Sidekick. We saw an example of that yesterday on our stream where Kyle Jackson from his phone in a coffee shop was able to look up finance information, invoice information, ticket information, client sentiment score, leveraging the ConnectWise Sidekick AI tied to ConnectWise PSA, formerly known as Manage, but PSA, to see that. And it's there, it's live, it exists today, it's cloud-based, it's for on-prem partners, it's for everybody. And so how do you use it now? What does it look like? And so this training is about using ConnectWise RPA for automation and bots and technology, as well as Sidekick for how do I use the AI engine, leveraging the data that exists inside your PSA today. And it's huge. And so there's two big sessions on both of those that are pre-day for IT Nation Secure. So they're that Monday, June 3rd, and they're available to all partners.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's very hands-on. Like, it's not just you're sitting in a room being told how to do stuff. With Automation Nation, like, you're getting in there, you're doing it, you're learning how to build, custom actions and build custom integrations into workflows, stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of hands-on content for Automation Nation, and it's absolutely worth it to send your text to that for the first, for the pre-day, and then you go party at IT Nation and go see all the awesome stuff at Secure. Like, it's absolutely worth it to do.
Yeah, but you got to bring your text to IT Nation Secure also, because there's a ton of security stuff they're going to need to know. But you're right. It's interesting because, look, I'm dating myself here. When I went to school, I was learning Pascal and Fortran. Okay, languages that most people probably don't even know what they are, where they fit in the world back then. But I sat in some of the Automation Nation sessions that we did back in February with partners, and to see the low code, no code capabilities of RPA to build these things like, do this, do that. I want to do that. I want to notify that. Done. I was like, I wish running code was like that for me back then. I might have actually, been a better student.
Yeah.
So, and Automation Nation does that, right, Vicki?
Yeah, it sure does. And I just wanted to let everybody know too, I found out yesterday, I think there were only a few spots left for Automation Nation. So if you're interested and you're on the fence about it, make sure that you register now, because there's I think less than 10 spots left. Maybe that's what Suzanne told me. So I'll go by what Suzanne says. Okay, and then last but not least, I know we got so much good stuff, and I want to make sure we get some time for our other guests in the green room.
Yeah.
So let's go to our next event. Jay, what is IT Nation Grow?
Yeah, we rolled this out initially as M&A Nation, Mergers and Acquisition Nation, but we renamed it as IT Nation Grow. It's where we are bringing in the experts on finance and security and legal and operations and even emotional preparedness, right? Because having sold my MSP and then sold my security company, the day after you sell is culture shock to some extent. And so they're going to talk about the financial implications, how to prepare yourself, what it looks like, where does security fit into this? How do you keep things, private and confidential all the way through? How do you secure your data as it's going through this process? The legal implications, what to know about operationally, how you migrate, how you merge. And so just a day on learning about the business transitions that you're going to go through if you're thinking about your legacy and where this goes, and I'm going to tell you, we've got some fantastic people that have been doing this with partners now for the last 4 or 5 years that are leading the conversations and showing you where to go. So if you are an owner and you're thinking about what legacy looks like what's next for you and your business, whether you're ready to transact now or you're thinking about this 3 years from now, I think IT Nation Grow events are where you're going to start to really set the tone so that you can get the most value out of your business during that transaction.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and it sounds like we had our first IT Nation Grow in Q1, and it was such a successful event. I mean, there seemed to be a lot of interest and a lot of traction. And so, is the intent to have this quarterly as well, Jay, along with Automation Nation?
Yes. Yeah, okay. I think you're going to see a lot of this content, and it'll go on the road because we know that sometimes people just can't travel to Orlando or different places. So it'll be in Tampa at our headquarters, but also other areas in the country where we need to be out there and having this conversation. So it's good stuff. Cool. And I'm telling you, having been through 2 transactions myself, I wish I had this to know before. I might not have made some of the mistakes I made along the way and would have been more prepared in the process.
That's awesome.
That is really neat. All right. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and let's get onto the next segment of our show. And Ray, I don't know if I'm still sharing my screen or not. Obviously, this is the beauty of the live streams here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got our guests, Larry Meador from InfemaSec, and also Brett Chaloff, who is obviously very familiar with Automation Nation. He's the CEO of Zorus. Hey guys, how's it going?
Going good. How about you?
Good, good. Ooh, I love that pink, Larry. Look at you.
Yeah, we got the Infema bright pink jerseys. They actually come with extra batteries too.
Oh.
Batteries? I love it.
As bright as it is.
Yeah, that's awesome. By the way, guys, I didn't realize that Jay was going to get booted out. So bye, Jay. We appreciate you for coming to join the Friday Field Report. Oh, hey, Jay, you're back.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
And we've got Brett here from Zorus. Hey, Brett, what's up, man? How are you?
Very good, very good. Yeah, I wore my IT Nation shirt today, so repping.
Love it.
I still have a whole closet full of ConnectWise gear. That my wife was like, "Hey, this is taking up a lot of space," but I love the shirts. I can't get rid of them.
Look, that's one of my favorite shirts, man. Like, we were talking about that earlier. I think that's probably, very easily one of my favorite IT Nation shirts. Just saying.
Well, and why is it one of your favorite IT Nation shirts? Well,
all right. So that is the IT Nation. I had to leave early on the last day to go get married. So I left IT Nation and went straight to my wedding. It was a good time.
And that was
good time.
Halloween. Yeah, that was a really.
Yeah, it was the day after Halloween. So November 1st is my my anniversary with my wife, and it came straight out of IT Nation.
So Brett, you are very familiar with Automation Nation. I'm really curious to hear what's your take on kind of the evolution of what Automation Nation is now versus what it was.
I love the fact that it's back. I haven't missed a IT Nation Secure Automation Nation event since 2009. And I absolutely love the shows, and I love the fact that there's so much focus on automation and where automation has kind of morphed since, the LabTech, ConnectWise Automate days. And I was always obsessed over automation and making sure that in my case, it was like automate techs out of the way and, enable you to be more efficient. Now you can do so much more, like business processes on top of tech fixes, on top of, customer success type activity. Basically, it's security. You could literally automate everything and coordinate all these systems together, where back in the day, systems didn't really talk well to each other. But now it's so easy to just interconnect these things. It's amazing. And I think being able to be hands-on at an Automation Nation is invaluable to anybody to learn that and apply it to your company, because that's, effectively where I think a lot of attention should always be, automate. That's what I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And Larry, from what's your take on well, you're going to be joining us at IT Nation Secure. This isn't your first IT Nation Secure, is it?
No, it is not. Well, it is my first within FEMA, because I've only been within
Okay.
FEMA for about 5 months now. But I was there last year. I'm still an advisor to DataStream Cyber Insurance. So last year I was there with DataStream. We had partnered up with some friends over at Trend Micro and did a few things like that. So I'm looking forward to being there. We're going to have a nice booth and we're going to have some fun, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about cyber insurance. Was it yesterday when we all met? I feel like it was. Yeah, it feels like it was yesterday. If it wasn't
It's
yesterday,
all a blur.
I think it was.
It's all a blur.
Yeah, it's so there's a lot of if you want to tap Larry's brain on cyber insurance, he's very passionate about it and he knows what he's talking about. But between the three of us, Brett and Larry and I, and I know Jay, you're going to have some content and some panels that you're on, but Larry and Brett and I are also going to be on a panel at IT Nation Secure with our friend MJ Patton, who's the CMO of Logically, and Chris Thames, who's the GM for ecosystem here at ConnectWise. So, are you guys ready? Are you pumped? It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To Jay, to your point earlier with the different tracks that we have, I know you're going to be leading a session on AI and cyber, and ours is, it's very similar, but it's unlocking your MSP superpowers with AI, cyber, and data. So, yeah.
That's so exciting, both of them.
Yeah. There's so much content that I think people need to hear. It's going to be one of those scenarios where people that attend and be like, gee, I got 4 sessions. I'd like to be in all 4. How do I get access to this? And how can I possibly keep up with all this? Because there's so much changing so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I equate this back to 5 years ago when we started IT Nation Secure. We were all rushing in to figure out what security was going to look like. Sure, we kind of had a path. We kind of knew where it was going, but we didn't really know. And today, there's a new AI company spinning up almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so what's our risk? What does it mean to us to engage these things? And which of these things will be multi-tenant and MSP friendly? And then there's the governance, the risk, the compliance of all of this. There's so much for us to learn and start engaging with. I've been saying in security for a long time that security is a team sport. And AI is also going to be a team sport. And AI and cyber together is where we really all have to meet. And I think IT Nation Secure is the place and the starting point for all of us on this journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a question, Brett. What are you most excited about for your session, man? Like, I know you and Vicky and Larry are all doing one together. What are you most excited for on it?
Honestly, kind of to Jay's point of AI being like the current buzzword, security was the buzzword for a long time, cybersecurity insurance. Being able to share just insights and what we're seeing from different angles of AI and how MSPs are using it. I love the fact that we have a CMO from an MSP on the panel with us to kind of collaborate on like, okay, this is what vendors say about AI and how you can apply it.
Yeah.
But hey, here's the MSP that's also enabling this type of technology within her company. So I think that's what I'm really excited about. I always love getting in front of MSPs as often as humanly possible and just sharing ideas. The fact that, the MSP community, I've been around it for like 20 years now, and it never gets old. And it's just really collaborative. And I learn more, I feel like, when I go to these shows, because it's like all the different personalities and things that each one of these MSPs are struggling with, I can take that back into my head and say, hey, how do I make better things for this community? And that's what really kind of motivates me all the time. So meeting the people and talking to them is always my favorite part. Even though I'm a pretty introverted person naturally, it's like I feel like at home at IT Nation. So
I love it.
I'm really excited.
That's awesome. Larry, what about you? What are you most excited about?
Well, like Brett said, I mean, this is relationship channel, so it's great to be in front
Mm-hmm.
and be able to get out there and talk to the MSPs, talk to other vendors. We've all, we've kind of got this little dysfunctional family going on because we all appear at all these events and all of that fun stuff, and have a few fun drinks at the bar and all that. But really, what I'm looking forward to is, I've had a bunch of conversations out there with MSPs so far this year. I mean, like I said, I've been at Infema now for about 5 months, and I feel like the entire 5 months, I've basically been on the road going from event to event to event. So I'm really keyed up to get down to IT Nation Secure. It's going to be fun. But I think, we can really, there's a lot of noise out there on AI. And I don't think, there's some incredibly smart people in this channel, but not all MSPs, I think, have tried to really put an outline together on how they're going to work with AI and how are they going to use AI to make more profit in their business and drive more revenue.
Yeah.
So I think, there's a lot of MSPs that are going to be looking to the vendors to say, hey, how do we use this stuff? And not only how do we use it, but how do we communicate it to our customers? How do we show our customers this is going to add value to their business and what they need to do? So that's what I'm looking forward to. I think hopefully we can cut through some of the noise that's going on out there and come up with some really good stuff for the folks that are in the audience for the breakout panel. That'll be great.
Yeah, and I just wanted to read a comment too that came in from Robert Gelsinger, who's a ConnectWise partner. He said, if you're a ConnectWise partner and you're not attending IT Nation Secure every year, you're doing your clients and your team a disservice. So you heard it. You didn't hear it just from us, folks. You're hearing it from our partner community as well.
Actual partners.
So.
Yeah, but you know what, Vicki? I want to add on to that. IT Nation events are not just about ConnectWise partners. It's about the entire community. And we've got a lot of MSPs and TSPs that attend that don't buy anything from ConnectWise. And that's okay.
Yeah.
They're coming because this is where thought leadership happens. This is where vision casting happens. And ultimately, it's helping the entire IT Nation, not just ConnectWise partners. So if you were on the fence and weren't sure, I've never been to a ConnectWise event before, this is probably a good one to get started, because you're going to come in and say, wow, I had no idea that this community existed. And look, I think IT Nation Connect in November is the biggest event in our industry.
Mm-hmm.
And IT Nation Secure, I think, is number 3 right now, and could reach number 2 before long, because the number of partners, again, ConnectWise partners and MSPs that are not partners, are engaging. And so, I love Rob, his comment, but it's bigger than just ConnectWise base.
Yeah, no, it's important you bring that up, Jay, because I mean, I had a conversation with an MSP because I said, hey, are you going to IT Nation Secure? And they're like, no, I'm not a ConnectWise customer. And I said, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a ConnectWise customer. Come down there. There's a lot of great content. You've got a lot of vendors that are going to be there. There's a lot of education that's going to happen. And, don't just think of this as a closed ConnectWise ecosystem type thing. This is an open ecosystem to where anybody can come in here and benefit from the education that's going on.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself, Larry.
You probably could have, because I stumbled over
no way.
That's just me.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is going to be great. We look forward to seeing you. And it's honestly, I mean, it's a month out, folks. It's only a month out at this point. Yeah. So we will see you in 4 weeks in Orlando. We'll have some fun. We'll learn a lot of stuff together. And, rising tide lifts all boats, right? So especially when it comes to the AI challenge. And I feel like we're up for the challenge here at the IT Nation. So I guess if there's anything else you guys want to leave us with, let's go ahead and let's go around the room. Larry, let's start with you. One more thing you want to leave us with.
Well, I'm just jealous because I really wanted to be outside, but right when this was starting, it was pouring down rain. But now that we've commenced, it's bright sunshine outside. So, I missed out on all of that. But no, I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody down there. And, please come and visit us. Come take a look at this panel that we've got going on. I think you're going to learn some good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Larry. Larry, where are you based out of again?
I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay, very cool. Well, it's very hot outside in Dallas too today, I'm sure. So it's okay if you stayed inside. All right, Brett, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not participating in the outside thing. You are very brave to be outside in Florida. It is not fun. Will, the best to you. No, but no, I hope I see everyone at IT Nation Secure in a month, and this panel is going to be awesome. I'm really excited to be on it. I'll also be working the Zorus booth, so always come over and say hi, and I'll be walking around all over the place at IT Nation. I hope to see everyone again. So, cheers.
Very cool. Well,
Awesome.
listen, Brett, if you join us again, maybe just put on like a cool hat or something like that. I don't know. Or like if you have a cool outside background. That's the caveat.
Yeah, I
for
should have
Field
done that.
Report.
I could have done the beach virtual background. That I could switch it real quick
That
and
would have
then
been cool. Listen, next time. All right, Jay, what about you? What's the last thing you want to leave us with?
Well, again, I think IT Nation Secure is going to have close to 70 breakout sessions, a tremendous amount of content on growing your business, accelerating your business, learning where AI fits in, and best practices and tips. And I think it's a can't miss event, a don't miss event for everybody who's listening in. So I look forward to seeing you there in person. And as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay secure.
All right, awesome. All right, Will.
So I'm going to say, if you haven't already registered your techs for Automation Nation and you haven't registered for IT Nation Grow, you should probably go ahead and do that because they're running out of space. Super important, because that's going to lead to even more value for your IT Nation Secure experience.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to, so at ConnectWise, we do a Leadership Connect session where we talk to MSPs on a recurring basis, MSP owners, and they said, getting on a live stream or a webinar for an hour isn't gonna do it, and that's why these hands-on sessions are so important. So I couldn't agree more. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of the Friday Field Report. We really appreciate you tuning in as always. And until next time, stay cool, stay safe, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next session.
Have a great one, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.